What is going on, everybody? It's the IT guy here again with another video for you. Today we're going to be looking at two of my favorite free Office alternatives. Now, there are many Office alternatives, but I've chosen the most popular ones, and those are OnlyOffice and LibreOffice. Now, do take note that I am going to cover these two Office applications only when it comes to their desktop alternatives. Of course, OnlyOffice has a lot more features than LibreOffice, but I wanted to compare the two just with their desktop functionalities. Now, looking at both of them, LibreOffice is of course a free and open source version. OnlyOffice is not really free. It is open source, so you can go ahead and you can go over to their developer edition. I think it was somewhere over here. You can download the latest version of the desktop editors. I think it's over here. Okay, it's over here. So you can fork on GitHub. So it's completely open source, so you can use their source code to make your own little version of it. So it's completely open source when it comes to that, but it's not 100% free. There are free desktop versions, which we are going to cover in this overview, but when it comes to the full functionality of OpenOffice, that really comes to fruition only when you also use their server license, and you can use a complete OnlyOffice cloud package. So that's not something that we're going to cover in this video. We're going to stick to the free versions, because this is actually more about maybe you're a student, or maybe you're just somebody who doesn't really use Word or Excel a lot, and you want to stop paying Microsoft all of those euros or dollars every year for a subscription, or maybe you're sick of the fact that they're always making new versions, but they don't really change a lot in those versions, and you always have to upgrade just for features that you don't use. Whatever the case, I think that this overview will give you a good chance of getting to know these Office applications. And of course, if this review doesn't really bring you any answers and you're still having questions, then I would suggest you just download these tools over here. They're completely free to download, and I will put links for both of them in the description down below, so you can find them and download them yourself and try them yourself. They are all compatible with Windows, Linux, and macOS. And I even believe that OnlyOffice, I don't think that LibreOffice has a mobile version, but I do know that OnlyOffice does have a mobile version. You can download it for Android and iOS. So OnlyOffice, when it comes to, you know, a little bit of a uniformity in all of your applications, when you want to use the same applications for your desktop and your mobile devices, then I would suggest you go over to OnlyOffice. But for now, we're just going to leave it at that with the overview, and we're going to go over to the complete review of both of them. Well, it's not really an in-depth review. It's more like a superficial review that I made to just compare them when it comes to three categories. And those categories are, first of all, going to look at the UI, the UX, and the overall experience that you're going to get from these applications. The second one is going to be the features that come with the desktop applications, and the third one is going to be the use case in business applications. So whether you can use these actually to replace Microsoft Office in a business settings. So without further ado, guys, let's go over to the review and let's see what these two have in store for us. So let's start with the first category, and that will be our layout, or our UI and UX, the user experience, the user interface that we see over here. When we compare the two, we can see that OnlyOffice is just a complete rip-off of Microsoft Office. They just completely ripped off the layout, and you know, I'm not gonna say that it's a bad thing. It's just very unoriginal, but at the same time, it is very good for people who come from Office 2000, Microsoft Office, who come from those applications. They can immediately find their way into OnlyOffice. So when it comes to familiarity, I think that OnlyOffice does have a much better layout, and I do believe that in a general sense speaking, this layout is a lot more easy on the eyes, I must say. When I look at the LibreOffice layout, it's all just mashed together. Of course, you can, edit it, but it's a little bit more like, I don't know. I think that the advanced user might find this handy, but anybody who just starts working with documents, or anybody who just wants to use a word editor for a home use, I think that this will be a little bit overwhelming for them, especially since everything is mashed together here. You still also have these drop-down menus where the OnlyOffice UI is a lot more simple and is a lot more relatable, since it looks so much like Microsoft Office. So what do I think of the LibreOffice UI? I think the LibreOffice UI is very good when you know what you're doing. So when you start up LibreOffice and you know what you want to do and you know this program, I think that UI is actually pretty good. And I think that UI is actually a little bit easier to use once you get to know it a little bit. But when you just come from something like Office 2016 or 2019 or Office Online even, the OnlyOffice UI is going to be a lot easier for you. And that's why I made this video also, because I know that a lot of people just want to get a free Office, but they want to get that familiarity from Microsoft Office. And I think that OnlyOffice gives you that familiarity, and I think that LibreOffice is just a complete different UI. And it does look a little bit dated also, because it still has these drop-down menus, but still they did an amazing job with getting new icons, making it a little bit more fresh and cleaning it up a little bit, but still it still looks a little bit more dated in my opinion. I think that the OnlyOffice UI looks a little bit more modern, and that's only just because I am biased, of course, because I've used Microsoft Office for so long. So just for that sole reason, I'm gonna give this trophy, this win to OnlyOffice. I think they have a better UI, and that's just because I am used to Microsoft Office. The next one is going to be features, and the features that I am going to discuss are not the ones that come with the paid license of OnlyOffice. OnlyOffice does have a lot of features when you buy a license. So when you go over to their website over here, when you would go over to the OnlyOffice website, you can go over to their Enterprise Edition and to their products over here, and you'll see that they do have a lot of options available, and they do have a lot of stuff that's not available in the let's compare OnlyOffice with, for example, Microsoft Office. They do have a lot of things that they say is better than Microsoft Office. I don't know if that's completely true. I think that Microsoft Office does have a lot of features, and there might be some special things that you can't do maybe in Microsoft Office and that you can do in OnlyOffice, but still I think compatibility is still king when it comes to this. So the paid version, again, I'm not gonna go any further into this because it's not important for this video, but other than that, OnlyOffice doesn't have that many features. It does have some plugins, but there are not a lot of plugins, and you have to download them from a GitHub repository. There are some built-in plugins over here, so you can get some plugins like you can get a YouTube plugin, photo editor, OCR, which is handy for scanning stuff. But LibreOffice just has so many more features built in, and just for example, these templates, this is something that I used to use a lot in Microsoft Office. Like, I didn't want to go ahead and build a complete layout from scratch. So what I did was I went into the templates and I searched online. Let's just say I wanted to create a CV. There we go. And we have a CV template that's built into LibreOffice, and that's something that you could also do in Microsoft Office. In Microsoft Office, the templates were a little bit nicer, of course. So you have to keep in mind that you're gonna give up some things, of course, when you go over to a free editor, to a free word editor, to a free document editor. But generally speaking, the templates over here, the functionality is here. But when you want to get the templates in OnlyOffice, you gotta get the license, and that's because the templates are stored on the cloud server that you're hosting yourself, or either you are renting the cloud server from OnlyOffice, or you're just running your own cloud server on AWS or whatever. So that's one of the downsides, and this is really something that shows when you download the free version. It's sort of like you get this feeling that they baited you into getting a paid license. So this is what the free license that OnlyOffice brings gives you. So it gives you very basic functionality. So it gives you all of the functionality for editing a document. But once you get to things like plugins, features like these templates that I just showed you, they're gonna go and ask you to buy a license. And so it's more of a freemium word processor rather than a premium free word processor. And I think that LibreOffice does have more of those premium features for free built in without having you download any, or having you to buy any licenses. So I think that this one is gonna go over to LibreOffice because they just have a lot more built-in features that don't require you to buy a license, or without you having to, cough up large sums of money that is the case with OnlyOffice. So this one I'm gonna give to LibreOffice. So the last point that I wanted to discuss was whether or not these are compatible, or should you even consider these for business use. So the answer to that is always do your research before you go into these things, because I don't think that just getting a free version of Office is always the best idea. Do some research whether or not the software that you're using right now, so maybe you're using some invoice software that exports to Word, and maybe that functionality doesn't work anymore. So always make sure that you can actually upgrade, or let's just say downgrade, to a free version. And anytime that anybody asks me, I always say, like, okay, if you are maybe a baker or a butcher, or you're running a garage, or you just have some small shop somewhere and you just need to fill in some Word documents, and you do your emails with a free Gmail address or whatever, I would say, like, yeah, go ahead. There's actually absolutely no issue whatsoever. And if that fails, you can also just upgrade to a paid version of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office in general. But when it comes to collaboration, when you're collaborating with multiple people, when you actually want to use this software as your daily driver, and you want to switch over everybody from Microsoft Word over to LibreOffice, well, that's gonna depend on what you actually want from that. So if you actually want to have a free and open source alternative to do that, then that's just fine. And do take note that if you're running a cloud service, LibreOffice does have this feature over here where you can add some cloud services, although I don't think that this still works. I think this is legacy. These are legacy features over here. I don't think that they still work, but still the option is there. And you can also use, if we look at this, we also had WebDAV, we also have FTP, SSH, so we got a lot of things over here that we can use to share files with each other. But still, the options that are over there are probably not going to be used a lot. Most people are going to use SMB, and you're going to be collaborating on something like OneDrive, or maybe you're going to be collaborating on Google Drive, whatever. This is not really going to be an issue for LibreOffice, because you can access all of those things via the Windows Explorer. So that's not going to be a very big issue. Now, when we look at OnlyOffice over here, OnlyOffice is going to be a bit better when it comes to collaboration, because when we go and look at their website over here, they do have a lot of integrations possibilities. So Confluence is a collaboration platform by itself. Confluence is of course part of the Atlassian stack, and it's going to be used a lot for collaboration. We also have Nextcloud, which is also a free and open source implementation of OwnCloud. It's actually a fork of OwnCloud. OwnCloud itself also can be integrated, and we also have SharePoint integrated, and other things that I don't know what all of these things are, but they are compatible. It seems to be compatible with a lot of different things over here. So yeah, unfortunately I cannot really compare the two when it comes to collaboration on the free version. I can only say that OnlyOffice does provide a little bit more functionality when you're upgrading to a cloud service, when you're hosting it yourself. So just because of that, I'm gonna have to give the crown of business compatibility over to OnlyOffice. And also this goes back to our first category about the UI, the UX. When you are switching over from Microsoft Office, or you're just introducing this into the company, people that work at the company in the office are going to be a lot more familiar with the layout from OnlyOffice, just because it looks familiar, just because it looks like Microsoft Office. So for those two reasons, I'm going to give this win to OnlyOffice, and I think that we have a winner right now. I think OnlyOffice is the winner in this, although I still love LibreOffice. I still love LibreOffice so much because I'm still going to use LibreOffice, but OnlyOffice is probably going to, I'm going to start trying a few things in OnlyOffice. I've used LibreOffice for quite a few years right now, and I've switched off of Microsoft Office just to get onto LibreOffice because I just love the fact that it's free and open source. But OnlyOffice also provides a good free alternative for me. Plus it's also open source, so I like the fact that they're just giving out the source code and you can fork it whenever you want. And those are the things that I really like ethically when it comes to companies, when they give away their source code, when you can fork the source code and they show you whatever it is they're selling. So yeah, I think that I'm going to leave it to that, guys. What do you think? Did you think that LibreOffice should have won this battle? Do you think that OnlyOffice deserves the winning title in this? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment below, and if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.